y'all, and welcome to today's video. We are going to be doing a get ready with me style video. You can see I am barefaced. We are going to just be using all of my favorite products. I thought it would just be fun to do a full face of favorites, and now y'all know certain categories. I have tons of favorites, but I picked some. I kind of shopped my stash. We've got some new things, some little bit older things. We're just going to play with makeup today. We're gonna have a good time playing with makeup. Now my skin is prepped with my Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dew Drops. That's the skincare I have on. And then on my chest I have a little bit of my Fenty body sauce, I think it's called. I will put a link to it down below, but I love using that, especially when it's warmer outside. I'm wearing a tank top. I've got that on. That's it. We're going to be doing all the makeup together. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, get ready with me's. We are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave, because I upload lots of new videos every single week. And today we're going to get ready together. And listen, I said it. We're not trying to be perfect. I just want to have fun. I want to get ready. I want to use some products that I love. Some of these products I've been loving for so long. I want to play. Really what kind of inspired me to do this video is I have been wanting to pair my Angelica HELA palette with ODEN'S and my palette with Adept. I've been wanting to pair these together. So we're going to mix and match. We're going to use both of these palettes. I was like, you know what? These are my top two favorites right now. I want to create a look, so why not just go in and do a full face? So I'm going to quickly prime my face with my Milk Hydro Grip primer. I have so many primers that I love for different things. I love my Tatcha Silk Canvas. I love my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but I need my makeup to last. I am filming this early in the morning. I have a lot to do today, so I'm going to prime my skin and we will jump into it. I pushed my hair back, I primed my skin, I have on a tiny bit of my Sigma Hush lip mask to keep my lips nice and hydrated, so when we get to lips we'll be good to go. I am going to put a little bit of this Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo Medium to Dark under my eyes. I have been loving this. I just rub my fingers kind of into both shades. And then what I like to do is just press this on with my ring finger, just like that. And you can see it just brightens just a tiny bit. This is also really nice if you're somebody who likes to do no makeup, maybe you don't want to do concealer, you don't want to do anything like that. This is a really nice product that you can see. It doesn't cover everything, it just brightens a little bit. And like I said, I really like to press this in with my finger. Now for foundation, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I have lots of foundation favorites. I put some in my yearly favorites last year. I also did a top 3. I've done a recent foundation ranking video. But this has been my go-to lately. So I'm going to blend this in with a sponge. This is a beauty blender and I'm just going to press this into my skin. This is a medium coverage foundation that's very skin-like finish. So it's not matte, it's not dewy, it's almost more of a skin-like matte. A satin matte maybe would be the best description, but I've just really been enjoying this foundation. I think it looks so pretty and healthy and it gives me that perfect medium coverage. So I'm just going to press this and blend this in. Okay, once my foundation is on, we're going to go in with the KVD, I think this is called the Good Apple Concealer. Everything I show, everything I put on, I will link for y'all down in the description box. I will list it out and I'll also have links just in case you're curious. But I'm just going to put some concealer on and I'll blend this in with my sponge too. I just usually let my concealer set for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, something like that. I feel like it helps give me a little bit more coverage. It lets it warm up on my skin, and then I can press it in with my sponge. So I'm going to let this concealer set, and then we're going to do some cream bronzer. Okay, now that my concealer is blended in, I'm going to use my Rare Beauty bronzing stick. I have been loving this so much, and I can use it in so many different ways, which I really like. I can draw it on my face and blend it in with a brush, sponge, fingers, whatever. But what I've really been into is just painting it right on my sponge like this. And then I'll go in and I'll press it into my skin. And I don't know, I feel like I've been getting the most seamless application this way. And it's just been so easy to press it in like that. And just look how pretty and seamless and just nice that is. Oh, I love the Rare Beauty bronzing stick. I think it's so nice. I've said it before, but I was so hesitant when everybody was raving about this. I was like, okay, everybody loves it. It can't be that amazing. I saw it in store at my Sephora and it's been sold out online. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just get it and try it. And it's definitely a favorite. Okay, now that I have all my cream products like pressed into the skin and ready, I am going to set kind of my under eyes and my T-zone with my Huda Beauty Banana Bread Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. I've been using this powder for years. I think it's so good. It just locks the makeup in. It looks so nice. It kind of blurs the pores. Everything I want it to do, it does. I'm going to press it into my skin with my little beauty blender. I forget what this is called. It's like the pocket blender or something like that, but I just kind of like press right in there, and then I'll press this under my eyes, press this into the pores, especially when I want my makeup to last all day. I really like using this. Okay, anywhere where I have a little too much powder, I'm going to take my Sigma Skin Perfector F67 and I'm just going to kind of buff and press. Now, if you don't have oily skin like I do, you definitely don't need that powder step. I'm just sharing with y'all like me getting ready for my day using some of my favorite stuff, and I need my makeup to wear a long time. So that looks great to me. I'm into it. I need to use a little powder to buff, so I'm using my One Size powder. I've got my REPHR 2 brush, and I'm just going to kind of press this into my skin. This again is just kind of locking everything in place, making sure the makeup doesn't move. It's going to be super warm today. You can say I'm wearing tank top. I'm going to be wearing shorts probably because it's going to be about 80 degrees and super sunny today. And like I said, I'm having lunch with a friend. I've got to go grocery shopping. I have a lot of like errands to run. I'm sure when Jackson gets home, he's probably going to want to be outside. So that's the plan, to lock this makeup into place. Okay, I'm going to fill in my brows. I have been loving my Urban Decay Brow Blade for years and years. And then my Patrick Ta Brow Lamination is a favorite. So I'm going to fill in my brows really quick. I'm going to prime my eyes with my Sigma Eyeshadow Base Primer and Ignite, and then we're going to do an eye look. Okay, I just put a little bit of my Sigma Ignite Eye Primer on. I'm telling y'all, I've been enjoying this eye primer so much. It's so nice with my oily lids, my deep set eyes. It doesn't crease. I love it. I definitely need eye primer. Like, I rely on my eye primer. I just gotta have it because the oils will just eat the shadows off my eyes. So I'm just kind of blending that in. You can blend it in with your finger, but I just love using brushes. Like, brushes are usually my go-to when it comes to makeup products, but it does blend well with the finger too. Now, one of my besties created a palette with one of her favorite brands. I do have videos on my channel swatching this palette, showing this palette. I think I have like 3 looks. And then of course I created this palette with Adept Cosmetics, one of my favorite brands, and this is the best eyeshadow palette ever. So I wanted to mix both of our palettes. When I'm looking at these, I really want to dip into her pinks, and I want to mix it with some of my shimmers. So that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go in with some of her pink shades. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Sigma E40 brush, and I want to go right into this light pink color called HELA. So I'm going to make sure there's no creases in my eye primer, and I'm going to buff this shade all on this inner part right in here. Just going kind of back and forth and through here. I love this bright pink. It's so pretty. So I'm just taking this back and forth, not worried about being precise. I just want to create a fun look that's bright and colorful, and it kind of just gives me the sunny day vibes that are happening outside. Now with the same brush, I'm going to go into Goddess, the hot pink shade. There is a nice mirror in this palette, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to buff this in the outer part of the crease, but I'm blending it out and kind of around like this to also meet the lash line out here. Okay, once I have these shades blended how I want them, I'm gonna dip over into my palette with Adept, and we are going to take this shade right here, PaO2. I'm gonna press that into the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna buff it out with the shade Atlas. Okay, so I've got my BK Beauty 204 brush. I'm also using all of my favorite tools. I don't have enough face for that, but I'm using some of my favorite tools and brushes today. But I'm just going to buff this right into the lower lash line like that. You can see I don't even need to look. I can just kind of feel right where that is. I'm just kind of pressing and then buffing the shade in. So I'll kind of press it in right there and then just buff, buff, buff. Then I'm going to grab the E55 from Sigma. I'm going into that shade Atlas, and I'm just going to blend that PaO2 shade out. Both of these shades are from my palette, and this is just going to give me a little bit of a blend down here. So I'm not taking this up to the lash line, I'm keeping it underneath so that we have a really nice blend. Okay, I want to go all over the lid with this shade right here, Passport, and then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of Hey Y'all and I'm going to buff into the outer corner so that I have a nice all shimmery, sparkly, intense lid. Okay, I've got this on a E24 from Sigma, and I did spray my brush a bit with my Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. I really like spraying shimmer shades. I love spraying my brush. I just think it helps minimize fallout no matter the palette, no matter the formula. But you definitely don't have to. Do your makeup how you like to. But look at how beautiful and sparkly that shade is. So pretty. It's so fun to be able to mix these palettes because when Angie and I went to Cancun together in February, oh my gosh, was it just February? That's crazy. It feels like it just happened, and then it also feels like it was so long ago. But while we were there in Cancun, I did use both palettes together, and it was so fun. So I'm so excited that I can finally do it with y'all on camera. But I'm just buffing that shade all over. I like using brushes like this that are a bit dense but also very fluffy. For me, it's just a way to get shimmer shades, sparkly shades, shifty shades to really have that intense shimmer because it kind of diffuses it. I don't mind having a little shimmer in the crease. I just think it looks so like blown out, ethereal, fun. I love it. So these are my favorite types of brushes for putting on shimmer shadows. Now I'm taking this more dense short brush and I'm going into the shade Hey Y'all, and I'm just kind of pressing this right out here on the outer part of my lid just for a little bit of depth, because this is a very light, bright look. I just want a little bit of like contrast in the outer corner. Definitely nothing like too dark. This is, like I said, a very bright, colorful look, but this is going to give a little contrast to that shade on the lid. Now for my inner corner shade, I want to go in with this beautiful matte called Rebirth. This is almost like a neon pastel shade, and I want to do this matte inner corner. So I'm just buffing that in. This is a What's Up Beauty R102 brush. It's perfect for picking up these light matte pastels. Just so beautiful. So I'm giving myself that inner corner pop. I do have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to wipe it away, no problem. But for eyeliner, I'm going to line my upper lash line with my HINDASH HEROLINE, and I'm going to throw on some mascara. I actually think I'm going to skip false lashes today. I've really been loving this mascara from Martine Cosmetics. This is the Atomic Mascara. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back, and we'll put some more makeup on. Alright, eyes are done. The mascara is looking great. I'm loving the way mine and Angie's palettes paired together. Now I need to bronze up. I need to give my skin some dimension. So I'm going to be dipping into my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I have so much pan. It's so good. I'm going to take my REPHR 04 brush. I'm going to swirl it, and we are just going to bronze up. I love this bronzer because no matter what, it always looks good. It blends well, it never looks harsh, it never looks muddy. It's just always the perfect bronze. So we're going to buff that in. I just always feel better once I add bronzer. Okay, I am going to use my Dior blush. This is the shade. It looks so light, right? It's so light. You're like, how is that going to look good? But this is 001 Pink. I'm taking that with my REPHR 5 brush, and I love this blush. I think it's so pretty. I feel like it always just looks like a little bit of like a cool toned pinky lavender filter on my cheeks. And no matter what, this blush always looks amazing. I also have the coral one, which I really like too. But when I'm talking about favorites, like this is just the one. Like this is the one. Putting that on like that. And for highlight, I'm going to use this one from Pat McGrath and Bridgerton. This is, let's see, what color? Incandescent Gold 002. Again, this is the one she did with Bridgerton. I'm going to use my current favorite highlighter brush. This is the F64, and I love this. I was actually talking to my friend Karen Harris, and she was talking about how this was the highlighter that they used on the new season of Bridgerton on both of the Sharma sisters. And I know that Karen also has a tan skin tone, and she loves this highlighter, and she was telling me how they used it on the show, and it has like a transparent base, and that's why it works for so many people. Okay, another favorite is this Pat McGrath lip liner in Suburbia. Like, look how short it is. I've been using it so much. So I'm going to line my lips. And then we're going to throw on a gloss, and then I'll be out the door. I need to put on some SPF before I leave. I've had people ask me, like, if I use self-tanner, what self-tanner do I use, what self-tanner do I use. I don't. I went to Mexico, and then it's been super sunny here. It's honestly just genetics. It's just genetics. I'm going to put on my favorite SPF. It's just by Hawaiian Tropic. And it's so good. I bought it because my friend Angie was telling me how nice it is. So I'll link that down below. I've talked about that, I think, in a favorites video or a monthly review or something. But it's like my go-to SPF. It smells good, and it also just looks really nice on the skin. So I'm definitely going to be putting that on before I head out the door, because we want to keep sun damage away as much as we can, right? And since I'm going to be out and about all day, and I'm going to be wearing shorts, that's definitely necessary. For gloss, I'm going to go in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Cupid lip gloss. I have been using this one so much. I know I talked about this in a video maybe earlier this week or maybe even last week, but it's just so pretty and sparkly, and I love the applicator, like how pointed the doe foot is. Alright, let me spray my face. I'm going to set everything down with my Hydro Grip because I know I keep saying it, but this makeup needs to last today. So I'm going to spray my face and let that dry. Alright y'all, this is my finished look. I had so much fun getting ready with y'all using some of my favorite products. I really like the way the makeup came out. I'm ready for my day, and my makeup is going to last. It's not going to wear away. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you do subscribe because I have lots of new videos coming for y'all. Very excited about the content I have planned. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!